How would you like to be able to live longer? Or better yet, how would you like to be able to live longer and live better? Well, what do I mean by living better? What I mean is being able to enjoy life, being able to enjoy all the activities you want, being able to enjoy your family, your friends, your relationships, and maybe even being able to make a contribution back to the world with all the years that you've been on this planet. Certainly you've got some wisdom, maybe even some wealth, things that you can contribute back to the world. What's the point of living longer if you're just going to be crippled up, can't move, you're just waiting to die? There are lots and lots of people who are way worse off than most of us, and yet they rise above their situation, they don't complain about it, and they end up contributing back to society and living a very full life. They live life with an appreciation for every single day that they get on this planet. Maybe you just feel like you're too old, broken down, and your body's in bad shape, and you're just kind of too far gone to save at this point, so you're just kind of waiting till the end comes. Well, let me share some things with you here that might change your mind a little bit about that.
When I walked out here, I got to be honest, I was pretty nervous. I hope I didn't, bomb this. Because last time what happened? So on the screen, you were going to see my best friend, my wife Kelsey, right? And she's awesome, and she's the best wife in the world. And the reason I know that, ladies and gentlemen, is because she winds up telling me on a Sunday morning with excitement and fear that she's pregnant, right? 9 months go by, and my daughter's born. And the reason I know that my wife is the best in the world is because when I looked at my wife and I said, what do you want to name her? You think Madison or Avery? She looked at me and said, no, we have to name her Chloe Lynn, don't we? And I said, we don't have to do that. Why would you even think that? And she said, because, you idiot. You already got your ex-girlfriend's name tattooed on your arm. Yeah. So, right? So we named her after my ex-girlfriend. It's not true. It's not true. No, my ex-girlfriend's the devil, but it's on. So everything's going my way. I'm coming up on my third deployment, all right? I got to go over to Afghanistan for my third time, and I had orders taking me somewhere else, and I canceled them. We got a phone call about a month and a half in, April 10th. The phone rang, and the village elder was on the line. He said, hey, we got an IED in the village. We need you to come check it out. So we started putting our stuff on like normal. So as we're going over what we're going to do, we're strapping our gear on. We go out with the minesweeper, and we start sweeping the ground back and forth. Back and forth. Nothing alarms us there's anything there. I took my backpack off, and I set it on the ground. You see, my bag is 120 pounds, it hits the ground, and underneath it is a bomb. And it takes my right arm, right leg automatically. When I'm on the ground, I think I'm going to die, so I tell the medic, don't worry about it, go save my guys. In my head, I'm just saying, don't freak out, stay calm. They rushed me into surgery, right? We're going to fast forward into the surgery here. And they cut my left leg off because it's already gone. And then 2 days later, they have to cut my left arm off because the skin and neck are tied, so I'm a quadruple amputee. 3 days later, I arrived at Walter Reed in Bethesda, Maryland. My wife came up to me, right, and I saw her. And when I finally got the chance to talk to her, I said, Kelsey, you don't have to do this. Take the house, take the cars, take whatever money we have saved up and go. This is not the life I would choose for you. And she thought about it, and she said, I was thinking that. Yeah. And then she came around and she said, you know what? Handicap parking sounds enticing. I'm gonna stay. But if you can imagine, she actually at 23 and I'm 25 and our daughter's 6 months old said, you know what? I'm gonna be here. We're gonna get through this together. So I'm at Walter Reed and I'm trying to recover. I had to find motivation, but I find motivation in my wife and my daughter. And all of a sudden there's a brotherhood at Walter Reed, because into my room after I got out of a ketamine coma, which is this case study they did, where they gave me 600 milligrams an hour for 5 days straight because my phantom limb pain was so bad that when I was hallucinating, in and out of my hallucinations, a robot walked into my room. And first thing out of this guy's mouth was, hey man, welcome to the club. I said, I don't want to be in your club. He said, kind of late now, don't you think? I said, oh, you got me there. And his name was Todd Nicely. And he showed me that with hard work and determination, I could walk again, drive again. He said, I'm the second ever quadruple amputee, you're the fourth. And two things went off. Number one, this guy showed me the way that I can get better. I can still be there for my family. And number two, he's a Marine. And if a Marine can do it with how dumb they are, You know, I can easily, because I'm in the Army, I'm obviously brilliant. So the things I wanted to accomplish, I wanted to be able to feed myself again. I wanted to be able to pick a fork up and put food in my mouth. You see, I couldn't do that for 5 weeks. At 5 weeks, I was out of my recovery stage enough where I was healed up and I could grab a fork. I also was tired of sitting in a wheelchair. I thought, you know what, I want to be able to walk again. So 7 weeks and 4 days into my recovery, I took my very first steps at Walter Reed. It was very painful. It was not easy. And as I was walking around the track, they said, you'll walk 1 lap today. And I went ahead and walked 3 laps that day. And when I got done, I sat down, took a breather, and realized this could be something that I do. Now, if we fast forward a little bit, I wanted to be able to drive again as well. And let me tell you guys something. If you guys come to Augusta, Maine, where I live at, and you're on the road, and you see that white truck on the road, 6.7 liter turbo diesel, you know what I'm saying, got a tuner in it. They call it the compensator. I don't get that joke, but anyway. Do you guys see that on the road? Be very careful, because I'm an awful driver.
Point is, if you're still kicking, it's not too late to do some things that will improve your life, improve the lives of those around you, and maybe even allow you to contribute something back to society. Thanks for watching.